Open out to ME2A. Open. Stand by ME2A with their names. Mike Q. Stand by to reveal. Stand by live view 7. Lose the names. Reveal.
Lizenby has been on campus all day, and Dalton, we're told this was a mutual decision.
Take.
Hayden, you're right. It was
466.
Chris Mack
Stand by A sound.
That agreement means that Chris Mack will receive $4.8 million
Under.
over the course of the next 3 years from the University of Louisville.
466
He
is
indeed
2,
no
3, and
longer
ME3B.
the basketball coach for the University of Louisville. I want to talk a little bit about some of the comments interim athletic director Josh
Stand by
Hurd
A
made
sound.
about Mack. This was just not the right fit.
Release on take.
Chris,
All right, stand by ME2B.
probably harder than
Under
anybody I've ever
or
seen.
with. Stand by to lose super.
To just try to find the right levers to pull to
Lose super.
motivate this group. And for some reason, it just didn't seem to resonate. And that's not a knock on Chris. That's not a knock
So
on
Chad,
the
yeah,
guys
we
in
start
the
with
locker
all
room.
three, then you'll
I
push
think there
Suter
was a
out on
disconnection
ME2.
there. And I think that's why when I say this was mutual, because Chris wanted what was best
All right,
for the
stand by
guys
live
in
view
that
7
locker room.
full. Stand by live
And
view
I think
7
he
full.
realized,
Stand by to live
that
tween
him
with.
stepping aside, it was
Stand by to
probably
live
the
tween.
best thing for them.
Live tween. Stand by
Again, that
ME2B.
was interim athletic director Josh Hurd making those comments about this mutual decision. I want to bring in WDRB Sports' Eric Crawford again with me. Eric, there were a lot of comments made from Hurd on this decision, but it seems like it was mutual, though we don't know
Roll
who
B,
started these
dissolve.
conversations.
It's still something that would be good to know just how that
Stand by to
worked.
hot punch
I heard him
X
say
in the
they
big
met,
box,
started a couple
or on
weeks
the right
ago, talked
box.
about the state of the program, and it was at that point that the subject was first broached. What do we do if this doesn't get fixed? It makes you wonder if Mack said something in that meeting. He certainly, if you watched his demeanor during games, if you listened to him after games, he got a lot of technical fouls at the end of a victory over Boston College. His team did, and he's like, maybe another party could have handled it better. When he said that, it felt like something strange was going on.
You take the word mutual.
Or Chad, I'm
with a
sorry,
grain of
start
salt
single
usually,
single
but
on
we
ME2A.
heard from both Mack and the university today. This agreement seems to be the best fit for
Stand by
both
live view
parties,
7
although
full.
University
Dissolve.
will have to pay him about $5 million going forward.
Yeah, and that's
And then we'll
an
go
expense
reporter
going
video.
forward. Hurd talked about opportunity cost. What would it cost you to keep Chris Mack?
Yes.
And that's something
Yep.
you can look at in terms of
4 to
attendance
5.
being down, fans being dissatisfied, and all the things that.
At least
go
he
with
looks
that.
good on
It
ME3.
is a significant buyout, though not the $12.75 million. Hurd was quick to point out that they would have owed him if they
We're
paid him the rest of his
we're getting ready to wrap.
Mike Pegues,
Okay.
the
Stand-
assistant
we'll
coach
stay
who stepped
here.
in for Mack
Stand-
at the beginning of the year, will take over immediately as the
Stand by
interim head
ME2A.
coach for the University of
They should be
Louisville
wrapping.
basketball team. Did a pretty good job at the start of the year and could do some good work.
ME2B.
He will. He'll have a tough test early. They play
we don't
Duke
have
the
him in
first
there.
game
We don't
out.
have
In
his
fact, they're
video.
not favored
Yeah,
to
we
win
do. It's
that
right here.
game.
I'm looking
It's in the don't know because it's going to mess everything up. We'll get to it in the
He's
next.
gonna have a lot tougher task, a lot tougher opposition than he had in that first game, 6 games of the season when we saw him take over for Chris Mack during his suspension.
Coach K in the Blue
Stand by
Devils,
ME2A.
not easy, Eric Crawford. You know that well.
No, sir.
All right. Well, moving forward, the big question will be who takes over this basketball program. Josh Hurd said they've already got a list of names. We will see how that plays out. We've got coverage later on this evening recapping the full day of events. But for now, he's Eric Crawford. I'm Dalton Godby, reporting live.
Stand
from
by.
DRB News.
Take.
Thank you both. A lot
Stand
of
by to
questions
fly
and few
in.
answers as usual.
Reporter video.
Mack's departure and the future for the team. Let's get right over to our Tom Lane.
Mike Tom. And
Chris, I am joined by
Fly.
Bob Valvano, sports talk radio host on ESPN 380.
Stand by
or 680,
ME3B
the longtime
full.
analyst for U of L basketball, radio broadcast, former basketball coach, soccer goalkeeper, all-around good guy. Bobby, you get to see a little more of the inner workings of the program than most people. Do you think this has been building since the early season suspension, or is it more of a recent thing, or some combination?
and
I
take.
don't know exactly.
Add his name. Stand by ME3A.
The early season suspension, but
Stand
it
by
has
to
been
roll
building
A.
for a while.
Camera 3,
Josh
pan
Hurd
right.
comes
ME3A
on
in the returns.
Most of the basketball trips, anyway, he's been able to follow
And
it firsthand.
roll A,
it
dissolve.
gradually looked like it got worse and worse. And the thing that was really troubling for everybody and for him, for Chris himself, was he really looked like he was completely befuddled about how.
Peyton needs to be at the
try
double
and
stack
change
at the end of this.
You know, I said coached 400 games and broadcast 800.
Chad,
and God
Emmy
knows how many
2A,
others I've
give
just
me
watched as a fan. I've never seen a team that's
single.
mystifying. I mean, they go through stretches where they look like
3
they're
and Emmy
just the
2,
worst team
Emmy
you've ever
3B.
seen, like they did the first half of Virginia. They go down 19, and then they cut it to 4, and it's the same players, same coach, same arena, same everything. That went on all year, and it was completely
Can Suter read the
baffling
tees?
to me, I know, and it was to Chris as well. I'm sure he was extremely frustrated. There's no question.
I know he was trying to settle on lineups, and that was a problem. Had you noticed
Step out a hot
this kind
punch
of
B in the
disconnect
middle.
between Mack and players over time?
That is something
And
I did. I
roll
really
B,
did.
hot punch.
And that's the part I don't know. I mean, this town is rife
Go.
with rumors about
Sorry,
everything.
go.
It goes back to when they made the change with Luke Murray and Dino Gaudio, that some of the players were close to those guys. They didn't like how they found out. I don't know if there's any truth to that. The beginning of the year, they were 5-1 with Coach Pegues, and then Chris came back in. He got a lot of transfers. It's the last go around for a lot of these guys.
Step out a hot punch X
They're
in the
looking
middle.
at their role and saying, this isn't really what I envisioned when I came here. So all of that is thrown into a stew, and I think it simmered and got worse and worse. And I think he was really powerless to figure out what to do to change it. And for any coach, it's very frustrating.
How much do you think possible NCAA sanctions will impede?
Step out a hot
search
punch
for
A in the
new
middle.
coach? And do you think it has to be somebody with some kind of Louisville ties?
Stand by Emmy 3B full.
I mean, I don't because
With his name.
Rick Pitino
Dissolve.
had no University of Louisville ties, and he
Stand by
works
single.
fairly well.
Yeah.
So if it does, that's great. I know Kenny Payne is the guy that people mention, and Kenny's a wonderful human being. And if that's the what winds up that they decide, I know it'll be very popular with a lot of people, and I certainly won't be disappointed about it. But I think they're going to hopefully take their time and talk to a number
Step by
of
Emmy
people
2A.
and really sit down and ask these people, what would you do to come out of this kind of hole they're in? And yes, your first question was, do the sanctions weigh in on people? Absolutely. I know coaches.
Stand by
and
Emmy
there's
3A with
nobody,
A in the
no
big.
established head coach is going to say, I'm going to take it, sanctions be damned. They're going to want to know what they're dealing with. There's no question. So the NCAA is really doing them an incredible
Put B in the big.
disservice by taking so long with this. It's unconscionable, to be honest with you. And they really
Stand
got to
by.
get that put in the rearview mirror.
Roll B,
and
dissolve.
then they can talk to some people about what the future holds, because that's really, to have it drag on like this is really just ridiculous.
All right, make sure you listen to Bobby on the broadcast.
Stand by Emmy 2A.
ESPN at 680
Dissolve,
every
clean.
day. Bobby, thank you so
Stand by
much for joining
6.
us.
Stand by
Have a good night.
6.
Good to talk to you again, Tom. Thanks.
Take 6.
Appreciate his time.
Take 6. Good job.
Coach
Stand by
Mack is
A.
back with
Sound.
a 7-year
Clean. We will dissolve to A,
contract
then roll it.
that
We will
was
dissolve to it, then
down
roll
a
it.
Short-lived time with a card.
Dissolve. Roll A.
March
All right, camera 6,
2018,
double stack
Chris Mack
tag.
was
Camera
hired to
6,
coach
double
the
stack
University
tag.
of
Then camera
Louisville
2 on
men's
Suter.
basketball program.
Reset the studio in
This
Studio
after
A.
former coach Rick Pitino was fired from the university after sex and pay-to-play
Gotcha.
scandals.
It's a 2
Mack was
something
plucked from
package.
Xavier University in Cincinnati. He said he knew he had big shoes to fill.
Stand by
I'm
Super.
gonna work
Add
hard
Super.
every single day to make you better, to make us
Lose
better,
Super. That's it
to
for
make Louisville
Supers.
basketball better.
Good job on the floor.
March
Good job, Chad.
2019, Mack and his team made
Tees
their
is
first
next. So we have a
appearance in
camera
the
6
NCAA
tag,
tournament.
then the
They
tees.
lost in
Camera
the
6
first round
tag,
against
then the
Minnesota.
tees.
After the loss, Mack said in a press conference, "Hats off to Minnesota. I thought we were the better team." The Cards lost to the Gophers 86-76. March 2020, after 2 years on the job, Mack and his players were looking good and ready to hit the ground running for the NCAA tournament. But COVID-19 put a stop to that March Madness dream. He expressed his disappointment on social media, tweeting, "I understand the seriousness of what's going on with the coronavirus, but I'm still allowed to be sad for my guys. They were excited. They should have been." August 2021, Chris Mack was suspended for 6 games without pay at the start of the basketball season. It came after fired assistant basketball coach Dino Gaudio attempted to get 17 months of his salary in exchange for not revealing NCAA violations. Among the allegations that came out of the incident were using graduate assistants in practice and producing improper recruiting videos. Mack had secretly recorded one of their conversations.
Put it in writing tomorrow. I'll be here at noon. Tell me how you think. That's what's going to happen, or else this is happening. I laid down the first time. I ain't laying down the next time. I am not.
I'm not worried about it. I know you are. I know you are. And I give you my word.
But it would have
She may
Tom
not
and everything
think
on
it's
it. We didn't roll on it,
anything,
Bob,
but
individually.
That's going to happen.
I didn't think about it till it was too late.
But like, what assurances do I have?
I'm sure it wouldn't be
January
hard for Tom to
2022,
do another interview with
Mack has
him.
been under
I don't
fire
know.
amid an 11-9 start. 4 of the last 5 games have had double-digit losses. Attendance at Louisville
But it'll have
basketball
the
games
2
has
boxes
dipped
and
to
videos and
historically
everything.
low levels, and fans booed the team after their last home loss to Notre Dame on Saturday.
Is that in
This season could have
Yes.
fans wondering
10.
if Mack has fallen short on his original
All right, stand by
promise
camera 6,
to make
stand by.
Louisville basketball better. Fallon Glick, WDRB News.
Take, stand by 2.
We will continue to follow all the developments surrounding Mack's
Teases
departure.
next.
You can read much more right now on our website, WDRB.com.
Take, stand by B, stand by the flash. Roll B flash, stand by the fade to black, stand by your brake master.
Burning a hole in your pocket.
Hey, fade to black, roll your brake.